Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our movie club. We continue with Better Than Us, BTU, Better Than Us. And there are two episodes, 11 and 12. Let's see if we can do it. If we cannot, it's not a problem. We just, move the leftovers to the next weekend. Not a problem at all. And I think these episodes, they have a lot of actions. It's good. we like action. So it's better than before. And let's start. I think we don't have anyone new, right, Vova? Let me choose. Maybe just a few names that we didn't hear before. Noob, Bert, and Moose. Well, do you know what is Moose?
Yes.
What?
Animal with horns,
With horns?
like a deer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Antlers? No?
Antlers, we call them. For deer, we call them antlers because they're more like they're like a fork.
Okay, what is Bert?
Bird, hair.
Hair on your chin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, the most tricky one. What is noob? I know what is this because people were calling me noob for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah. We spell it different though. Newbie. Noob is NEWB, but noob here to me, noob with the double OB means kind of like stupid, maybe.
When you play a video game, especially online video game with teams, if you not good enough, people call you noob. It means that you new one, right? It means that you're not professional one. So kind of fool.
And vulture is the other guy. That's a bird.
Vulture? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is it?
vulture.
It's the one that eats dead bodies, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I remember this.
Ugly birds, like bald headed. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the questions. Anyone? Do we have a volunteer for number one? Well, can you? First one.
I can. Why does Buzz leave his hideout in van with some of his socks and Igor? Because Buz's sister Jana was injured, and George can help her, but he hasn't any instruments.
Tools and medicines, nothing, right? So some painkillers, maybe some antibiotics.
And he needs some medicine and some painkillers.
So he sent Bars to get this, right? Okay, I think this is correct. How would you explain what is hideout?
Hideout? This is a place where you hide.
Exactly.
Good. Do you have a hideout just in case?
No.
You have to make one, right? Somewhere in the forest. Make a house in the earth. Okay, I think it's correct. So number two, Sergey, could you please help us with number two?
Why does Buzz drop Igor off on the middle of the highway before they get to their destination? As I remember, they have an agreement with the parents of Igor, with the Safronov, because Leo and Igor's moms wanted to go to Australia, but Igor's moms didn't want to go without Igor, and that's why they left Safronov old in a hideout, and when the minivan one went from hideout to veterinary clinic, they stay Igor in the middle of the bridge where he met Leo and his moms.
Yeah, but you mentioned some kind of deal, right? Deal with Bars and who? So who makes the deal?
To be honest, I don't remember.
Mhm. Teacher wrote in our chat, so it's Georgie and Bars. Do you remember? So Bars told George, save my sister, right? And George said, I will do, but with one condition. And we did not know what condition is, but after kind of this scene with the when we understand that it was a Igor release. Can I say release, teacher release?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, good. So Igor not a hostage anymore, right? He will get out from the equation. No, not need to worry about him anymore.
And this coincided with Bars's desire because he wanted to get rid of Igor because he
Yeah.
didn't like him. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll release Igor.
I did not like him anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Gerard, could you please help us with number 3?
How does Leo convince Igor to go with him and Alla to Minsk, Belarus to take a flight to Australia? Okay, because Leo promises that he will buy a return ticket to go back to Moscow,
Exactly.
but it was a lie, obviously.
Yeah. Do you know where is Belarus located, Gerard?
Yes.
So
On the top of Ukraine and next to Russia.
And it makes no sense to go to Belarus than to go to Australia. It's actually opposite direction.
To take a
Yeah, unfortunately, it that doesn't funny for Russian travelers because we have very exotic rules for went to from go to the Europe from Dubai from Istanbul.
Yeah, I
It's
understand your
our
point, but
reality.
I understand your point, but we have to explain more, I think, to Gerard and teacher Lee. You know, just now Russia have only kind of 2 places where you can go. One of them is Turkey, another is somewhere in the Asia. So whenever you go somewhere, you first go to Istanbul and then go to New York, let's say. So there are no kind of direct connections anymore. And
only two escape routes.
yeah. Let's hope they will not close these doors. So we have 2 doors.
So you cannot fly to Moscow to Belarus?
No, to Belarus, yes, we can. Yes, we can. But Belarus is sanctioned already before. It was sanctioned before Russia. So from Belarus, you can go to Ukraine and Russia, and that's all.
Wow, what a mess. Oh my God.
So nowadays, because of all these sanctions, you are like playing chess, So I go to Spain, okay. So then I go to Istanbul, then to Dubai, then from Dubai to Wien, and then from Wien to Spain. So that works.
Oh man.
Yeah, new life for all the Russians. Okay, Nesma, are you back? Can you take number 4?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I lost connection for a few months. When Jenna's heart stops, how do Georgie and Arisa save her life? Georgie tried to make PCR, but Arisa could handle this by using her arms as a medical instrument. She could restart PRP. She could restart her heart again. Yeah. Unlike Laura, Arisa decided to stay and help. Laura wanted to flee, to go away and leave her die.
How we call this electric shock? Is it defibrillator or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to write it here. Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yeah, the two metal pads. She just used her hands.
Amazing.
Yeah.
George, he's a doctor, right? He's a doctor, and we know that he's a talented doctor. But it seems that he's followed kind of legacy protocol, right? As far as I know, we don't use this mouth-to-mouth breathing anymore.
Correct.
But he tried to do this.
I guess her case was more severe than that. The heart completely stopped. So she needed kind of a electrical shock, not just that
Yeah.
mouth
Correct.
mouth breathing.
Yeah. If CPR doesn't work, then defibrillation is the only alternative.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I remember that when I got this medical course, they told me that if you do this CPR like constantly, so you just win in time for defibrillation. So you just win in time until the help will come and help you.
Yes. Mhm.
Sometimes it does start your breathing again if you're lucky. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
But it maybe not. So if not, you have to use the defibrillator. Yeah.
Ivan is talking about an automatic defibrillator, The
Mhm.
automatic defibrillator check, your situation, and if it's necessary, it gives a charge, electric
Mhm.
charge.
Yeah, probably.
You mean if you're breathing, it won't work, Gerard?
Yeah, it detects if you are okay. It doesn't give a charge, It's an
Oh.
intelligent device. Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, there are many. In my workplace, we have 7 or 8, a spare for all the
Yeah.
campground.
In all of my life, in all of my jobs, no one has ever given a single demonstration of how to use a defibrillator. And you would think they would do that. It's a safety, measure, but no one has ever trained me how to. So I've never opened one up, never seen inside one, never heard one talking you through what to do. They talk to you also, right? They tell you what
it's
to
pretty
do.
easy. It's pretty easy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember that here in Germany, to get a driver license, you have to pass the training for CPR as well.
We had an incident one time in the news. Someone at work fell down with a heart attack, wasn't breathing. A defibrillator was on the wall right next to him. You had like 5 or 10 people watching. Not a single person tried to save that man by defibrillator. And when they asked them later, they said, "Why didn't you use that to try to save him?" Everyone said, "I didn't know how to use it. I was afraid I would kill him instead of help him. He's dead." Yeah, but good.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid he'd sue me later. You got a burn mark on my. I'm going to sue you for $1 million.
But
Yeah.
in Spain, you cannot be sued if you try to help someone. You do the RCP or you put a defibrillator. It's not your fault. If you do nothing, the guy will die all the same. So at least you tried.
Yeah, we used to have that. It was called the Good Samaritan law. You could not be sued, but people started suing anyway, and some people got sued, and so a lot of people won't do anything anymore for fear of being sued. It's stupid. Yeah. Crazy. Okay.
Let's not teach us about Egypt. So do you know how to use defibrillator?
I don't want to surprise you, but telling you something worse. If there is an accident in the streets of Egypt, if I want to help take the patient to a hospital or something, the first thing that they are going to ask me, they are going to ask for my identity, and sometimes I'm going to be held responsible for the accident, even though most of the people in the streets will witness with me that I am just being a helper. But no, it's really hard that we nowadays leave the patient on the street till they die.
Wow.
Very sad, very hard, but it is what it is. The government wants it to be this way. So.
Yeah, but I would confuse. Forgive me if if it's not politically correct or something, but I would confuse in Muslim countries, should I help a woman or should I not? So
we have to, as long as we're Muslims, we have to help anybody, any animal or anything. But the government is different. Laws are different, It's very hard here.
But if you have to do the RCP to a woman, you have uncovered her breast. So I wouldn't dare to do that in a Muslim country.
I believe it's right. In emergency, it's all right. As long as you're a doctor or maybe someone that wants to help, it's okay.
That makes me wonder, that thin cloth blouse or shirt, isn't going to protect you from shock, right? Do you really need to remove the shirt?
Maybe.
I think so. I think so. I think so. You need to put the reality to the skin. If
And
there's
let-
is a hairy person, you need to remove the hair.
Mm.
Well,
Now
Yeah.
you don't have to remove the hair. I don't think, Gerard. I've never heard of anybody stopping to shave the hair off before. In a
No
hospital,
time.
yeah. In a hospital, they do. But yeah, yeah.
So the doctor has to
Yeah.
have a shaving machine.
So what's the new rule now? I know you don't do the breathing part anymore. You just do the chest compressions. What's
Yep.
the timing rule for this new method? Is
you
it
know,
like, do you count to 3, 1001, 1002, 1000, stop, or you do it continuous?
I was told that I should do it in a pace of the song "Staying Alive." Staying alive.
Staying alive.
Oh, staying alive.
Okay. But since you're not
Kind of
stopping
crazy.
you're not stopping to breathe, do you do it continuous? You just do it and you don't stop?
Yes, I think so.
But
Okay.
you know, the reason of not giving air is because a protection for you. You have something, some device, something to protect you from getting infected from the patient.
Mhm.
You can give air, you know, two times, no?
Yeah.
Every
So
time.
if you have a pipe, you can do this breathing device.
I think I'll tell you the truth. I think the reason we dropped the breathing part in America is because of AIDS, fear of AIDS. And the authorities decided it's better to try to do the chest compressions without breathing than to be afraid of mouth to mouth and do nothing.
Yep.
I think we did it because of social concerns. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. But you don't have to do that. Yeah.
To protect the defender, right? To protect the one who is saver. Yeah. I understand.
Yes, but there are small protections like handkerchief, you know, foldable, very small, and you can use that and protect
Mhm.
Yeah.
yourself and help better the patient.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Vova, could you please take number 5?
In 3 above, how does Laura use this opportunity to bypass security in Arisa's mind to download her memory? When George finally got the instruments, he started the operation, and he needed to see what Arisa showed him, and George needed to see it. That's why Lara decided to give her a tablet
Computer?
computer
Mhm.
and put it on George's table, and then she could hack Arisa.
So Arisa connected to her computer to show the monitoring, right?
Mhm.
And Lara used that like a direct channel to Arisa's mind. That's correct? Okay, do you know what does this symbol, how it's pronounced, the symbol, you know, in the question?
Oh, yes.
It's a hashtag or hash, right?
This symbol has 3 different pronunciations.
Please teach us.
When it's in front of a number, we pronounce it number. Number 3.
Mhm.
If it's after a number, it's an abbreviation for English pounds. I weigh 220 pounds. So
Mhm.
after a number, we pronounce it pounds. Before a number, we pronounce it number. If it's a hashtag, we pronounce it hashtag.
That's good. Okay, so in this context, it's a number, right?
Correct.
Good.
See?
Yep. Okay, and pounds is just a money, right? English money, pounds.
No, different pounds. Weight.
Wait, okay, wait.
English pounds in weight.
Do you use this still? So do you use it in your marketplaces like Sri and hashtag? Does it mean pound?
Pounds is kind of an informal abbreviation, like 14.7 pounds of air,
Mhm.
32 pounds of air in your tire. So it's used for the pressure or weight or pressure.
Mhm, mhm. I
So
see.
pounds of pressure or pounds of weight. We use it for both.
So we can still see this kind of symbol in this context, right?
Sometimes, yeah,
Oh.
sometimes.
I see.
Yeah.
I have never seen this, and we use a metric system. So for me, if you tell me 14 pounds, I have no idea what this is. A lot or
Me too.
not.
Yeah. And we abbreviate pounds LBS. So you may see LBS for pounds, or you might
This-
see the number symbol for pounds.
Yeah, LBS I have seen many times when I push the air in my tire.
Yeah,
So I have
exactly.
seen this. It's a pressure, right? And another one I have kilopascals by square meter, I think. Another second.
Yeah. Now
Cool.
pounds for money, that has its own symbol, you know,
Yeah, like funt or something. F. Yeah.
like a script L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
history.
I like
right?
the American volume system for measuring milk. And when I watch American movie, they open for the fridge. They put a big bottle. We use the similar bottle for water, and they put the big bottle. Yes, I have the 16 gallons of milk. Why? Why do you buy 16 gallons of milk? What's your plan? I can't understand it.
Yeah, usually you would not believe, but in different
How
countries,
many?
milk is usually 1 liter, or usually less. So usually it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
half a liter.
yeah.
Yeah, we sell milk sometime we have different sizes, but a gallon is a lot of times what we buy for it saves money. And if you've got a big family, you go through milk very fast.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, a gallon of milk. Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah. And pretty unusual. People always react on this because we see these small bottles, half liter of bottle, and then I see American one, and I just what is happening now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
In America, we don't go to the store every day like some countries to get fresh stuff. We got a big refrigerator, so we put a big gallon of milk in there, and it may last for 3 or 4 days. You don't have to go to the store so often. Yeah.
Yeah, it's understandable. So it's always there is always a reason, right, for something. But sometimes if you're out of context, you see on this, you think, wow, that's weird.
Yeah. I never thought about that. You're right, though. Yeah.
For single people, it's not convenient. 1 gallon of milk.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Sergey, could you please help us with number 6?
Yeah, in the veterinary clinic describes the incident that caused some of the bar Sack to leave his group. And it's understandable for me. One Sack met some bots in his veterinary clinic because he worked as a veterinary clinic assistant or shop assistant, and he lost his job because they took more bots than earlier. That's why he couldn't cover his emotion, and he started to beat, to destroy some bots, and Bas asked him to stop because we have the other goal, and you have other goal. You have to say, you want to save your sister. Yes, obviously, I want to save my sister. But what do you choose? Our group or your sister? But for me, it's the answer is obvious. But for these guys, maybe it was not obvious. That's why they had a conflict, and Bars in the end of the conflict asked them, "Who is me? and and the three guys stayed, and the one guy went with Bart, and that's why before the wait out, they noticed that the police car arrived to this to their van. That's why they scared
Yeah.
to escape from the veterinary clinic.
But I think it's this conflict, it's kind of logical, right? Because what is liquidators? The whole idea is to destroy bots, right? And now you as a leader telling us, it's not important. Something else is important. So people start to be, confused, right? So I think it's pretty understandable.
But
Because
how?
yes,
Go ahead.
yeah, for me it is understandable, but it was not understandable for usual guys because they didn't know the whole strategy of Bart, his relationships with Victor, head of Kronos. That's why for them it's simply chess party. One step and the second step it's won, but it is a more big chess party, and they have a lot of steps. And these guys only one or two steps for
So
this game.
they don't have a vision, right? They see only one next step, you're saying. Okay. Teacher Lee, we interrupted you.
I started to say, killing the bots wouldn't have taken but 1 minute. They argued longer than it would take to just kill the bots and move on.
Yeah, that's strange. That's why I saw that maybe bots don't want bots to be killed, just to hide that it's liquidators here, just to present it just a robbery. So not liquidators, maybe might thought.
That could be, but I don't think he cares about breaking the law. I'm sorry.
A good reason to not kill the robots is not give a clue to the police that they were the liquidators there,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so not to give too much kind of intro, especially close to your hideout, right? So not to make tracks of the group.
Mhm.
I think so, but I'm not sure. Especially because one of them worked for this kind of pharmacy, right? So it's more tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, this group is now smaller than it used to be. Right? Okay. Gerard, could you please answer number 7?
Does Igor leave with Ala and Leo to go to Australia? Igor leaves Ala and Leo and takes the train and go back to Moscow to go with Zana.
But why? Why?
To see he knows that she's injured. He wants to see Bibi with her.
I also remember that this how we call it, eye dropping or something, when you hear something.
Eavesdrop. Yeah.
Eavesdrop. He heard that he was kind of
deceived.
Got a lie. Yeah,
deceived.
Deceived, exactly. Good.
Sometimes Igor's stupidity makes me cringe. This guy put his family and his life in a lot of problems for a girl he barely knows. Love is not love. How can you love a person you barely know?
Yeah.
Well, remembering myself, it's about what I expect from a young man.
No, I don't see so. Nowadays, even younger men wouldn't risk their life for a girl. There are so many girls, there is a lot of fish on the sea.
It's a common stereotype with young kids in high school. Every week they love somebody forever, but it's a different person every week, and it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about here. But when you are that young and, and stupid and full of hormones and cannot speak, and think seriously, I think, you are stupid for the world.
Hmm.
We call that teenage temporary love, we call it puppy love. And there's a good song, a nice song called Puppy Love. And it's about a teenager who loves his girlfriend, and all the adults say, oh, that's just puppy love. You don't really love her. And he's saying, no, I do. This is real love.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. So you might enjoy that song if you look it up. It's an old song.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, let's move forward. Nesma, could you please take number 8?
Yeah, sure. Describe what happens when Laura tries to get paid by Bars for downloading Arisa's memory, including the events that lead to her eventual success and result. So she wanted the money so bad for her operation, but Bars wanted a specific video in which Arisa was confessing her killing for somebody. Laura thought that finding this specific video is something impossible because the memory is of 8 terabytes,
Yeah.
huge memory. So it's gonna take a lot of time to find this video, and she has no time. But Bart said no video, no money. So eventually she found out another way she wanted to sell that memory for somebody else. She wanted to flee, to take that away and give up on Bars.
Mhm.
Because she's running out of time.
Yeah. Well, it's really strange that Bars was going to watch all the videos, right? So it's videos from kind of many days, right? So when you want to watch them, wow, kind of completely, so it will take like a week, right? To watch a week footage. So pretty strange. Probably he did not have money or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought there is a way for searching or something. Oh, go ahead, teacher.
I was going to say, one video he found immediately, right? The one that showed Georgie betraying them at the meeting on the road. They found that right away. But the other one, that'll take a long time to find that.
Very funny, yeah. So I have 8 terabytes of video. I don't know what of them, so I get a random one, and it's the one I want, So. Funny. So he's not going to pay, right? Lara is going to find a way how to get money in another way. He's about to free Arisa. Is it right? Was it this episode?
No, he didn't want to release her, I guess.
Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm messing with the next episode, I think. Let's see.
I don't know what happened, but something caused Arisa to disable Bars. I forgot the reason. Yeah,
probably Bar attacked her. Let me see. Bar is about to kill Lara. It's from synopsis. The teacher leads us. Bar acts like he's about to attack to kill Lara, so Arisa breaks free and her bones knock Bar's unconscious.
Okay, yeah.
So Lara now have phone and have bot and have everything, right? And Bar has nothing, not even his group.
I'm surprised Bars has that much money on his body. I mean, it sounds like a lot of money. I don't know how much 8 billion rubles is.
it's a lot. I think it's kind of a cost of a small apartment or something like this. So pretty much.
But how many bills is it? Is it like just a small stack of bills you can hold in your hand? It's not a briefcase full of money, right? Or is it?
Probably it will be a big stack. I think we don't have kind of huge numbers on these bills. We don't have them. So the biggest one is 5,000, I think.
I guess we got it electronically somehow.
Yeah, probably.
Because I didn't see anything. Okay. All right.
Okay. Gerard, could you please help us with number 9?
Describe the scenario that plays out between Victor and Svetlana in their home. Okay. Victor shows the Boris bot Svetlana, and she sees she cannot be repaired, and she gets mad at him and goes upstairs and wants to call her father. And Victor rushes, takes her, ties her, and he stabs himself. So he wants to put Svetlana in an asylum
Mhm.
because she had mental problems in the past, and now he wants to cover his tracks, putting Svetlana in the asylum behind her father.
Mhm. And I think it was his plan to present this broken bot, Boris, just to make her more mad than before, right? More crazy. So,
One question.
yeah.
Do you remember where does the robo Arisa comes from? Who is the builder who constructed her? I think the Chinese, but
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
more. Nothing more. No.
We only know that it was Chinese illegal robot or something. So it was not legal, right? We remember.
Without the 3 laws of robotics.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we learn later more about the Chinese manufacture of Arisa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
Okay.
yeah.
No
Excellent.
spoiler.
Yeah, but right now it was just made in China. They know that it killed someone in China. Remember in the early episodes, there was a
Yeah.
video. It did kill a scientist in China, and it seems like they wanted to get rid of it.
Yes.
Yikes. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the end of the episode, right? And what is the hook? I think the hook is with Bar and with Svetlana situation, right? And for the next one. Okay, let's see. Nobody's new here. I think Katya is a girl from Kronos Corporation who is in love with Bars, just to remember. And George's family, Varlamov, Rina, and Supanev. And Supanev is this double agent, right? Supanev. Works for Leo, works for Gleb and for Polis as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Let's start from here. Sergey, could you please start with number 1?
Explain now. Lara twice prevents the police from recognizing and wanted Georgie while they are in the convenience store in the start of this episode. Who is Lara?
Lara is this girl,
I
this
forgot.
hacker. Do you remember hacker who cracked Arisa memory?
Pretty girl.
They went, yes, and they went to the supermarket for the something, I don't know. They left the hideout and they took something, and Georgie went to the toilet. And when Lara went out from the supermarket, she watched the advertisement on the car, wanted Georgie because he killed one policeman, and she understood it, and she returned to the supermarket and dropped some bottles with shampoo, I don't know, some soap, and he pay attention of the policeman, and she covered Georgie. And the second time when they met some policemen, she kissed him, and Georgie was surprised, I think, what's happened. But for me, and 3 or 2 episodes ago, Georgie fell in love in his previous wife, and now it's an opportunity. Yes, but it's men are men, I think.
But he was not happy, Sergey. Do you remember his face? He's never happy, right? So he's never kind of make any initiative, right? All the initiative is external, I would say.
For me, George is not a leader. George is a follower, and he didn't manage his life, and anybody manage him.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it's a usual life for him, and I think if you are a follower, you can't be happy. But you can happy, but difficult. It's my opinion.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, number second. Nesma, could you please help us?
Yes, I have a comment first. Can I say this
Please.
very fast? Teacher Lee said before that you don't really believe that Bars has a lot of money, but actually this makes a lot of sense to me that liquidators, ventilators, people that destroy the community are always rich because, you know, even in our reality, for even extremist Muslims that are being kind of terrorists,
Mhm.
they always are funded by other organizations, bigger organizations of terrorism. So those people are always rich. They have lots of money and
Yeah.
funds because you know they have always weapons and stuff like that. They fund somebody in their back always.
Yes, sadly, I
And
agree. You know, I think that terrorist groups, they are very useful tool for politicians, for business, for many groups. They have a useful tool, you know. So
yes.
people prefer to pay them, you know, to have them as active tools that they can use at any time. So it's understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Donors.
When Svetlana is committed to an insane asylum, why doesn't the asylum notify Alexei, her dad? He wanted to. The psychiatrist wanted to tell her dad, but Vic stopped him. He said that we are paying you enough to mind your own business and to leave the family issues to be private. So he just stopped.
For me, it wasn't too believable, I think, you know. So it was like, you know, okay, you tried to scare me, but I know that your dad is more powerful, so who you are, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Alexei's more powerful than Victor, you know?
I mean, hold on a second. If a patient comes with her husband, why would the hospital tell the rest of her family? This is not their business. Somebody is there already.
yeah, but in
The
this
husband is
situation,
there.
you know, it's not only patient and doctor situation, not exactly, because they knew exactly who is Alexei, they knew exactly who is Svetlana, so they knew that, you know, they will not have any excuses after, you know. So after Alexei will know what they will say. Nothing, right? So they will be smashed.
Yeah, both Alexei and Victor can be mean if they want to.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Okay,
money talks, I guess. Yeah,
Yes,
money talks.
money talks.
okay, number 3. Whoa, help us, please.
What is Fun Gun and how does it relate to this episode? Fun Gun is a place somewhere
In Thailand, I think.
in
It
Thailand.
looks like island in Thailand.
And what?
Bars and Katya? No? Okay, we need a hint, right?
Jana?
Jana?
Jana wants to come with Bas and
Mhm.
live there.
Why?
Because she said they need to take a rest
Mhm.
from these liquidators. And
Yeah, and it's a stupid idea. Well, do you know why? Because you cannot assimilate in Thailand, you know. They never give you a visa for long. They never allow you to, you know, to have property or something. So it's a, a stupid place to be. It's a good for 3 months, but it's never works for longer time. So probably they just not good in planning, I would say.
Our stereotype is when you want to escape from everything and the rest of your life in peace, we normally think of a tropical island somewhere with beaches and sunshine and warm weather, and we sit on the beach and we drink pina coladas. You know, that's our mental image. Not Thailand, not Thailand. Poor dirty place.
Yeah. Okay, let me answer this question because it's, I think, very quick one. So what is the status of the tender? So tender is prolonged, right? So it will be second, what's the name for this? Second round, right? For the tender to convince everyone even more than before. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Sergey, could you help us with number 5?
Why does Georgie begin to lose trust in Varlamov? When Georgie has known that the police department is looking for him, and he wanted to connect with Varlamov, and he visited the police department where Varlamov works, and suddenly he met Varlamov with the other police guy who killed Varlamov's colleague, and he didn't want to meet with him because he knew that this guy was a bad guy because they had a conflict and they had a shotgun one time. That's why he concluded that Varlamov worked with the bad guy from the police, and maybe they wanted to catch up Georgie. That's why Georgie feared or scared, and he escaped from the police department.
Okay, so because Supanev is a dirty policeman, right? Corrupt
Supanev.
policeman.
Yeah,
He decided that Varlamov is corrupted as well, right? Right, because they work together. So that's pretty logical, I would say, right? So far. Okay, let's move. Gerard, what about number 6?
What clandestine operation is Lara trying to pull off in this episode? Lara contacts a person that can put Risa in an ocean, and she needs 18 million, so credits or rubles, I don't know. And it said, first the guy told her that it would take 3 days, but she said, I don't have much time, just 1 day. And when you reach 18 million, you can stop the ocean and get the money. But I don't know, I'm wondering the commission of the guy. She needs 18 million, there is some money you have to pay to the guy. Some commission, no?
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Do it for free. Yeah.
Nobody works for free, especially when there is a lot of money in the middle. Everyone wants a bite.
Yep.
Clandestine, it's correct?
Clandestine.
Clandestine.
It's pretty rare word, right?
And in Spanish, it's very similar.
We use it a lot. Yeah, we use it a lot. It has a bad connotation, like you're doing something evil, and so you're doing it secretly. Yeah.
I see.
Spies are clandestine agents. You know, they do everything hidden from view. Yeah. Sometimes we'll say finder's fee. A finder's fee means if you find something for somebody, you want money to be paid for your work.
Yeah. For a favor, right?
Yeah, for a favor.
Okay. Well, Lara seems like to be a person without any, good principles, right? So I cannot get money. Okay, I will sell Lara. Or I will sell Larissa. If I cannot sell Larissa, okay, I will sell Georgia or someone else,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Life or death for her, life or death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nesma, could you please help us with number 7?
Yeah, sure. But life or death situations should drive people to be that bad? I don't think so. She's a really bad person.
It definitely helps with excuses, right?
If you don't want to die, you
Yeah.
might do a lot of things, some people. Yeah.
I wouldn't cause harm to people this much. I don't think so. I choose to die peacefully. Why do Bart and Katya came to steal Erisa 2.0? Because they wanted to make her kill somebody in public. So this is going to discredit Erisa and bots generally in the eyes of people. So this is kind of maybe going to destroy the idea of having bots generally in the society. How do they plan to steal Erisa 2.0? I'm not sure I know this part.
Yeah, but Katya is a kind of is employee of Kronos, right? So he is an insider. So she will be able to help, I guess.
Remember, Katya has the remote controls
Yep.
for Erisa
Oh,
2.0. And
Yeah.
remember, she said, I don't feel good. Let me go home. I'll come back tonight and make up my work.
Yeah.
So she was going to come back at nighttime and steal the robot and walk it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Smart, yes. Okay. Next one. Vova, could you please?
How does Kronos
Headquarters.
security find out about Katya's devil's plot?
Devil's plot.
Some guy from Kronos security saw Katya talking with Buzz,
Mhm.
and he understood something, and he told his boss about it, and that he knows that Buzz is a liquidator, and also Katya wanted a nighttime shift.
Yep, exactly. As Teacher Lee said, yes. And I think it's so stupid for Bars and Katya, to contact close to Kronos Corporation, right? So it's they don't know anything about secure operation, I would say. Sergey, please.
Yeah, and I like the phrase "devious plot." It sounds like a phrase from the old movie when the devious guy made something for catch up the worst, but it's a good style, I think.
Good style. Good. Okay, and we have a few more questions. How does Maslovsky find out Svetlana's fate? Sergey, can you answer, please? Number 9.
Fate. How does Maslovsky find out about Svetlana's fate? He met Victor. He met Vic, and he asked him about the attitude when Svetlana met damaged Sunbot, and Vic answered not, and I sent the damaged, and he had a problem. But Maslovsky loved Svetlana, and that's why he didn't take this information for his heart, and he started to make something versus from Vic, because
He started his own investigation. Right? He started his own investigation, right?
Yeah,
he went to the house and found this memory of the bot. Do you remember? The memory is very important.
Yeah.
And what was on this memory? So what he learned? What he learned?
He learned that Vic. He learned that Vic make the pretended crime, that maybe Svetlana started to be madness, and I forgot it. And he called to medicine, and he invited them, and he told them that Svetlana is a madness.
Yeah, can you feel, Sergey, how dangerous these robots in the houses, right? They record everything, so it's okay.
Yeah. And my friends has some robots for cleaning on the
Yeah.
floor, and some devices like Alisa. Alisa called me, call me where is something, and
Yeah.
or Siri. I think that it's not good for me. I don't like them.
You know,
Yes.
with Vova, we used to have these smart house devices everywhere, but we get rid of them. So I don't like this idea that every my word is, is recorded and every video is sent to Big
Yeah.
Brother. So
Yes.
it's not something convenient. Okay, number 10. Gerard, could you help us? You're muted in Zoom, Gerard.
What causes Anna to finally choose Igor over Bars?
Yeah.
I think she had a discussion with Bars. Okay, I think she told Bars doesn't want to help Anna, I think, and goes to it's more important the mission to go to stop to steal Arisa 2.0 over Sana, and she eventually chooses Bars because we all the time have seen that Zana Bars was more important for Zana than Igor, so
Yeah.
now she changed her mind.
Yeah.
Remember,
Hmm?
they had just talked about going to, Pangan
Mhm.
and being safe from going to prison. And then suddenly he wants to do more crime. And she's like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Bars. So what will happen eventually with Bars? At some point he will be killed or imprisoned, right? So it's the only destiny. So why to bind your life with such a guy? I think it's something strange.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one for today, number 11. Nesma, could you please help us?
I'm not sure I can help you much with this question.
That's why I opened the hint.
she uses feminine charm.
Yeah. Okay, let me try to explain them. So as we know, Lara started this kind of auction, right? So she needs time to sell robot. She needs time for this action to be finalized, right? Because it's a kind of
Yes.
condition of the auction. But Georgie decided to leave. And that's the problem, because if he leaves, he will take robot with him, and it breaks plans of Lara. So she tried to seduce him, to stop him for some time, to kind of disarm him and sell his robot. That's how I understand it, right? And it's actually a hook for us for the next episode, right? Will she be success? Will she have success or not? What will George have to do? What about his family? What about bots? So it's a hook.
Yeah, because if Georgie leaves with Arisa and then Arisa, is sold, now she doesn't have Arisa in her possession anymore.
Yep.
So she's got to keep him there.
So she's selling Arisa, not the memory of Arisa.
Yeah, she's
Right?
selling the whole. Yeah, she's selling the robot.
Yeah.
She's got the memory already,
Yeah.
so
And
she
what's-
doesn't need Arisa anymore. I'm sorry, Gerard.
What's Lara's problem? A cancer, a tumor, or What's her medical problem?
Something with kidney, I believe.
Huh.
I don't think we're told. I can't remember.
Mm.
It was
But
in
she
the
was
brain.
dying.
It was on the brain stem. On the
Okay.
brain stem.
Okay, okay. So I just
Oh.
misunderstood.
On the
Well, but
brain
we learned that her situation is kind of acute, right? So she
Yeah.
doesn't have too much time.
But
Yeah.
actually, Georgie is a very good surgeon. He works as a coroner now, but
Yeah.
because he did surgery to Boris, to the son of Toropov, and failed because it was very difficult. And
Yeah, but Boris died though.
yeah, but because it was, foreseeable, it was the most likely, The
Yeah.
likelihood was Boris would die. It's all the same.
But I don't think he knows about her problem.
And
Yeah.
she doesn't know he's a surgeon as well. She knows he is a coroner, but not a surgeon.
Yeah, yeah. So the solution might be there, but they don't
Yeah, but they don't
know the
know.
problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We thought that Georgie loved his ex-wife, but
Mhm.
apparently love and loyalty has special definition for some men. I don't know.
And for-
Well, I think he loves her, but designed that she doesn't love him. She wants to go with Leo.
It's an unrequited love.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, what some people miss is if you want someone else to be happy, you have to sometimes make a sacrifice to yourself, and so he's decided if she wants to be with Leo and that'll make her happy, then his position is, okay, I'll let her, be happy.
Go. Yeah.
Not many men will do that, I don't think. But
yeah. So it will be different, like duels and all these fights. It's more often solution, I would say.
yeah.
Okay, so let me try to describe this picture. So it's a hideout, right, where they keep a robot, Arisa, and it looks like a basement or some kind of industrial kind of type of room, I would say. We have a lot of pipes from the wall, some of them electrician, some of them, I believe, ventilation. And what else? A shelf, right? Can I say a shelf? Metal
Yep.
shelf on the left.
Yep.
With some bottles, some tools. And I see that Arisa chained to, is it a catwalk or?
Railway?
Looks like a guardrail for a stairway.
Yep. Guard wall. And chained with old-fashioned, old-fashioned way, I would say. It's I have seen such pictures, in my history books about, slavery in Africa, something like this. So a big metal lock and chains and old armchair, I would say.
Yeah, old chairs, old armchairs. Yep.
And it's a good question. Why light is red? And I don't have an answer for this. Usually we have red lights for alarms. So ping, 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 or something. And another thing that I know, it's for photography, but it's not the case. It's not.
Yeah. Dark room.
Yeah. And so Lara is, I would say, making some probes, I would say, to try to connect to the robot. It's how I remember it.
Can't remember.
Okay.
Hairdo. What's her hairdo called, Ivan? Laura's hairdo.
Lara's hairdo. It's a ponytail.
Ponytail.
And Arisa has what we call carré. Is it carré? The one when I don't know. In Russian we call this haircut of Arisa. It's kind of carré when it's one line for almost everything. No?
Yeah, I'm not sure what we call that. I probably used to know, but I don't remember what we call that. Yeah.
Okay. And I see small kind of, how we call them, small chocolate buttons like Snickers or something, to like a fast food. and energy buttons. I would
Oh, energy bars, yeah.
energy bars.
Candy bars, yeah. Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, and I see on the behind the Arisa, you can see no smoking signs with a
Signal.
cigarette in the red circle. Well, but it's not bad, but not good to live here, right? Not an apartment, just a hideout.
Yeah.
But
And probably
Ivan,
there is a name for the Arisa clothes, right? So in Russian we call it corset or something. So you can use lace to make your scene, right? Make you very how to say it? Oh, corset like bodies for research actually wrote.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we call it a bodice or a corset. Yeah, it makes you skinny. You can't breathe, but it makes you skinnier. Ugly dress to me, ugly.
Gerard, anything else?
I wanted to ask you if in Russia is allowed to smoke inside places like factories or working places, because in Europe it's forbidden to smoke almost everywhere. You just can smoke inside your home.
Yeah, my impression,
No.
my impression. We can ask Sergey as well that in Russia there is active war against smokers, so you can smoke
Yes,
only in
yes,
few
it's
places.
very active. It's very
Yeah.
active, and a lot of place covered for smokers. Fabric factory, production places, restaurants, some places, and some places around the school, some places around the polyclinics. And
So it's really different from even Europe. In Europe people smoke in restaurants sometimes, but in Russia you cannot even smoke around the school. Like a few hundreds meters around school you cannot smoke. So it's a all prohibited area. So it's a war.
Yeah, we have a requirement to smoke within 50 feet of an exit.
Mhm.
Where people go past you, secondhand smoke, we call it. But something that amazes me is the world somehow has universally cooperated to reduce the danger of smoking.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that with other things?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But people, let's say it's not everywhere, it's not everywhere in the world. Let's say in Turkey, people smoke like everywhere, they go to your apartment, smoking. So it's kind of
yeah, in Russia I can't imagine it. In Russia I can't imagine it.
You can't imagine it now.
Prohibited and
now, but 30 years
yeah,
ago, you can 30 years ago I can imagine a doctor from Emergy, coming into apartment and smoke. It was normal.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering, in my childhood and in old movies, smoking was everywhere. In all the old movies, people are smoking everywhere. And there came a point in America.
Inside the fly.
Yeah, the fly. And at some point, our government decided that smoking was really, really dangerous to your health. And initially we just said, you can't advertise, tobacco companies can't advertise anymore. So initially they just couldn't advertise smoking. And then later, you can't smoke inside a public building. And then later, you can't smoke in restaurants. And then later, eventually, we had very strict smoking everywhere. So I don't know what caused this movement in the US, but I suspect that because the US did it, Hollywood had to start making movies where nobody smoked anymore. And I'm wondering if our movies where smoking suddenly disappeared from view, that might have started this movement from America to ban smoking everywhere, but I don't know.
Actually,
but I remember how it changed.
It's even worse in Russian movies. We now blurring the cigarettes in all movies on TV.
Oh my God. Liberals. Oh man. Oh my. We're not doing that yet. Yeah.
Sergey, could you please explain this picture? And I'm especially interested in this hat.
there are thugs in the crime band, and inside the one, and we can see two guys, and one guy's using the head like a slam from a tank driver,
Helmet,
tank
right?
driver.
Helmet.
What kind of driver?
He had two special features.
Sergey, give me a second. So, teacher, inside the tanks, our soldiers, they have a
Ah.
special helmet with headphones, and it looks
Okay.
exactly like this.
Yeah, special headphones and the special tight, soft lines, because inside the tank is not comfortable. Trust me, you have a lot of circles and the angles and the metal devices, and you drive, and you have to have special helmets with soft lines for avoiding injuries for your head.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. It looked like some virtual gaming helmet or something.
Would be.
Now these helmets the part of culture, the part of subculture, because you like fly helmets. The Zoomers like fly helmets, tanks helmets, like jokes, like I don't know. It's a cool.
Yeah.
We understand. Okay. And we call this type of vehicle as a van, right? It's a van. So it's a one door on the side and many people inside, right? It's like 11 people, one door. It's a van.
Mhm.
Okay, not much here. Let's move on. Let's choose something like what is going on, and surgery in progress, right? Well, I like this one. Nesma, would you like to describe this picture?
Yeah, I can see that they are sitting in a store, maybe, or something. This place is not ready for people. I mean, like they are storing things here. Not sure, like a broken bot here, and also this light above. Maybe this is kind of a home cinema. I don't know. It's
Weird.
the-
It's a weird place.
yeah. Now also there were games here, but here beside the bot, you can see that plate that people threw arrows towards it, if I'm not mistaken.
What light?
Darts.
Yeah.
Oh, dartboard. Yeah, dartboard. Yeah.
What else? Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And they are sitting on this red, what we call bean bags.
Bean bags for kids. Yeah.
I still like them. Yeah. And another, George is sitting on the wooden pallet. Is it correct? Pallet.
Yeah, looks like wooden pallets. Yeah.
Pallets.
Looks like a car chair to me.
Pallets.
Hard to say. Ivan, what this is a weird color scheme. The ceiling is red, everything else is green. Is this a Russian thing?
I have not seen such a color in my life.
It makes and over in the right you got kind of yellow or beige. It's weird. Yeah.
It's really weird. So this color green, I have seen it only in military buildings, only in army buildings. So they like green.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But never in different circumstances.
And red's usually emergency use, and a red ceiling makes no sense.
No sense at all.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Okay,
let's see something else. Vova, help us with this picture.
Igor is hearing what.
Do you remember this word? Eavesdropping.
Mm-hmm.
Eavesdropping. It's mean you know you secretly hearing something.
Eavesdropping what Allah and Leo say.
Talking about.
Talking. And he hears that he will not come back.
What can you see else here? Describe some find some things. Show us your vocabulary.
Igor is very sad.
Igor is very sad. Yeah, he's attentive, I would say. He's hearing very attentively.
Suitcases.
Correct. Some of them are open, right? So they're packing suitcases. Okay, not much. And teacher Liv wrote ugly artwork. It's kind of cabbage, I would say.
I can't tell what it is without magnifying it.
Sergey, please.
Yeah, in the start, when we started to see this picture, I saw that the opened case, it is a TV. I was thinking, what is a strange TV?
Notice Igor's sweater.
Yeah. With a turtleneck, right?
We call that turtleneck. When it kind of goes up the neck warm, we call that a turtleneck sweater.
Yeah. I have a funny story about turtleneck. You know, this guy from Apple, what was his name? Steve Jobs. He loves these turtlenecks, and it was a fashion for some guys for after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Russia, we have a special name for this sweater. I don't know. It's the guys who put above the water for fighting, because they used the similar bottleneck sweater.
Okay.
Водолазка.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. What else? Gerard, which one do you like? This one or
this one.
Please.
But I wanted to talk about something in this TV series.
Please.
That the colors are always like black and white, you know, are very dull, the colors. I think you call pastel, soft colors, almost white and black and white, you know, no much color here. Very sad, you know.
Yeah, pastel means kind of faded, not bright.
Yeah, no bright at all.
Kind of dim, dull. Yeah.
Is that something Russian?
Well, I cannot say, you know, so it's hard for me to understand, but yes, recent fashion is to have everything white, you know, like in an office. So it's how I understand. So people prefer not to have any drawings, you know, wallpapers, just everything is white. It's my understanding. Yeah.
In the US, we call these neutral colors, Gerard. Neutral means they're not bright or flashy, so they kind of go with any color. So if you put in, you know, blue furniture or green furniture or black furniture, the neutral colors don't conflict.
Gerard, maybe you will like it, but you know, like 40 years ago, the fashion was to use carpets everywhere on the walls. So you can see a lot of photos from that time that, you know, every wall has a carpet, and it's a huge one with, you know, thick one with many weight on it.
But I'm not just talking about, you know, the scenario, but the picture of the TV series, you know, the recorded in American TV series, you see more color, you know. Here is very dull. Everything is very dull. You just to look at the picture, it's very dull.
Yes,
very, you know, very Russian.
Cheaper to produce, I guess. Cheaper costs. Yeah.
Or maybe they want to give us the impression that the future is plain and
maybe,
you know, depressing.
Dystopian.
And I'll teach you a little bit about real estate. In the USA, you go in some homes that are for sale, and you'll walk in a little bedroom and the walls will be purple. Another bedroom, the wall might be because it was a child's room, and they painted it very colorful. The problem is when you go to sell that house, people walk in there and they go, oh my God, I've got to repaint this whole room or repaint all these rooms. So people outland bright colors. So normally in America, all the walls are either white or beige,
Yeah.
very neutral colors, so that it doesn't offend people, so you can sell your home more easily. Yeah.
Yep.
So we can see Svetlana here, tied. And how do you call that?
Gagget, right?
Gagged? Gagged.
Gagged. Yeah.
Cool.
This guy is Toropov.
Yep.
Toropov?
It's Victor. Mhm.
She threatened her. Well, she told her that she will go to the asylum,
Mhm.
and he wants to get the money of the tender and flee away with the money because it's his only escape. His only solution is because he cannot deliver more Arisas robots.
Mhm.
And Svetlana is bold because she doesn't see it's very hard to escape from an asylum when everybody thinks you are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's wearing a pajamas with the same colors than the sheets of the bed. Everything is gray, black,
Yeah.
or white.
Word print. Yeah. Okay.
And we can see also the box with Boris robot, the yellow box
Okay.
on the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what is holding it? I think it's a transmitter or
It's
or
a
maybe-
small scissors. I can see.
okay, the scissors
Oh, that's our scissors. Remember, he stabs himself.
to stab
Remember?
himself in the leg.
Mhm.
That hurts. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, he has a plan, right? He has a plan about her, I would say.
Yeah, not good.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for today's discussion. I think we
Yeah.
did it just nicely. And
Yeah.
see you on the next week. And I think for the next week we can choose one episode as always because we are on time, right? So no problem with this. Okay,
so we got four
Yeah.
more to go, right?
yeah. So we will finish them in this year. We still have a shot.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Teacher Lee. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.